What's up, guys? It's been a while. Got a haircut. You know, the Caribbean weather. It's much more comfortable. I know. Yeah. Doesn't look as sexy, but gets the job done. So, there's a lot of news that's happened in the last, I guess it's been almost a month since I made a video, maybe more. I've been busy with exams, but these are the last two ones left. Okay, my K100 and my beast of a what's called TVS Diablo clone. My other three, my favorite one, the KTS, that one broke, got too hot, and it melted the button spring. So there's no, I press the button and it does not retract. Unless I hold the button so it's like facing downwards, that's the only way it's gonna retract. So that one's a brick. The Sentinel clone, which was actually my favorite one, the button on it is so flimsy. I dropped it once and the button just screwed out and fell out. I did not even notice. I just like picked it up, put it back in my pocket, and I went home, and then I realized like the button was gone. So that takes care of the Sentinel. And my Agate 19, all of a sudden one day it stopped working. I mean, I did not expect these kinds of problems with my mechanical mods, but I have a feeling it has to do with my the copper wire thing. I feel like maybe I did drop it, or because I am kind of rough and tumble with this. I take them out. When I go play basketball, basketballs come and hit into it. If I go out, whatever falls out of my pocket. Like I take, these aren't, these are like $20 mods. All I have is $20 mods. So I love them, but at the same time, like I'm kind of rough with them, and I take them places where people wouldn't take their like original Chayu, or Nemesis. Why would you want to take that out on the basketball courts? It doesn't make real much sense. So I mean, I take my mods everywhere, and it's inevitable. It's gonna bang around, and pretty much I got those other three: the Sentinel, the KTS, and my Agate sitting up on the shelf. I'll make another video maybe after I fix my Agate, because the Agate is the only one I think I can fix myself. The KTS, I'm gonna I have to get a whole new switch, because the spring inside it's either melted from like the low ohms I've been running on it, or I mean, but that could also be my fault, because I'm using I think 17 amp burst batteries, and I've been running really low. So yeah, it's all trial and error. So I think, I mean, it's definitely, I mean, mostly my fault. Just like trying to push the limits of the battery and the mod and the tank and the coil. But I think that's why the KTS failed, because I think it just got too hot and the spring collapsed. KTS is great mod. It's a great mod. But this one, the K100, and this one, I've been putting these guys have gone through the same tests. They've been performing amazing. So let me just show you how it goes. Alright, this one is the K100 with the Cobra clone from Fast Tech. This one is the cheapo, I think like $8, $9 one. And I took my AGAte, by the way. The AGAte, if you see my previous videos, I have two AGAtes. Both the tanks broke. It is probably the most fragile of all tanks. Like, they will crack if they just fall from here to here. They will crack. And that's what happened to both of mine. My AGI, my Agate T2, this one, these have suffered several falls, like from maybe 4 or 5 feet at least to like concrete, and they've survived because, I guess, because the Agate T2, like just the way that there's like a buffer. But the AGAte, the AGAte clone, is kind of exposed. This one has got a thick, hard plastic tank, which is kind of impervious to mentholy flavors too. So this is not cracked because of any liquids, and is not cracked because of any falls. I'm very rough with my mods, and yeah, those AGAtes, those lasted no time at all. I mean, they performed great when they worked, but I will put a disclaimer to anybody looking for an AGAte based on my previous video. Be careful with it. When you're careful with it, it's gonna work fine. Let me just take it. Let me show you how this sub $30 setup's gonna they perform. I mean, I can only take short hits on this. Got a massive air hole on it. I mean, if I had a smaller air hole on it, I'd be burning my entire upper and lower respiratory tract. I mean, ridiculous, the amount of heat that's generated, because what I got on this, I think it's, let's see, well, this one's just a 3-2 rapid 28 gauge, but it gets hot because there's a small chamber on this Cobra clone. So you just have to, I mean, if you like taking small drags, it's good, and you see the vapor production, it's not that bad at all. You know, it's a copious amount. And that's a mouth inhale. Let me tell you, that's a mouth inhale. That's not a direct lung inhale. I'll show you again. I'm not even taking it directly to the lungs. I kind of switched from going directly to the lungs to just doing a mouth inhale, because the coils are running are hot. To take it directly to the lungs, for me, I just I can't. But I'm still getting the vapor I want. I've kind of actually, you know, kind of toned it down from being a vapor hound, as I mentioned in my previous videos. But see, that was a little bit of a lung inhale right there. But you see that how that's performing. The K100 from Fast Tech, yep, and Cobra clone also from Fast Tech. Drip tip from the AGAt, which you could also get from Fast Tech now. So it's a pretty nice setup, and it's good when I go out and watch my Eagles games. You know, it's good. I rock this. Okay, now coming to this, I have not actually picked this up. I just picked it up before the video. I have not touched this because I was using the K100 for the last week and a half or so. So I haven't touched this in almost 10 days. I'm pretty sure it's got a fresh battery. It's firing, and it's the Agate T2. I think this is listed as the, what's it called, KTS brass drip tip, or something like that. It's called a, it's a drip tip I got from Fast Tech. It's one of those. So you can see it. It's pretty nice. It goes well with this my setup. I mean, looks-wise, these are my least two favorite. I mean, looks-wise, to be honest, these are my least two favorite, but they're performing amazing. Better so than the Sentinel, the KTS, and the Sigeli. Much more durable. So let me just show you how this is working. This one I could actually take a long hit on. Let's see what I got on this. See, this is actually even a lower gauge. This one's I believe it's a 24 gauge on this Agate T2. It's the same Agate T2 that I have in my previous review, but I think because of the reduced air chamber on the Cobra clone, it makes it a lot hotter. So that's, I mean, even though it's a higher gauge, it makes it a lot harder because it's just, it heats up a lot quicker. But it's working well. Well, there you go, guys. This is what I'm vaping now, just because it's the only one that's survived through the last couple months of rigorous use, and I'm gonna try to fix my Sigeli 19. I think it's just that I have to replace the copper wire because I think it just popped because there was a loose connection. Like I said, because it's been going through a lot of bumps and bruises and stuff like that. So I think throughout the course, it's probably dislodged the copper wire, and that's something that I did mention in my last video. So you gotta exercise caution when using any of these kinds of things, and please use your own discretion. I mean, I'm not making any like you know just like true and infinitely like tried and tested claims. Like, this is all through my trial and error. So the Agate 19, it worked for a few months, worked well, worked amazing, right? So but at the same time, it did not hit nearly as well as these two. The same Addy, the same Agate T2 that I had in my video with the Agate 19. I think I had an RSST on that at that point, but I did rock it with the Agate T2 for a while, and it was not nearly as effective as this one. And this one, this battery's like pretty much kicked. Both of these, 3/32 of an inch air hole. All my Addies have 3/32 of an inch air hole. This one, the Cobra clone's a 28 gauge, 3/2 wrap, and this one, the Agate T2 on the TVS clone, Diablo clone, brass, all brass, is 24 gauge, 3/2 wrap on the Agate T2, and this K100 has the contacts sanded down. Okay, so that has definitely improved it. But this one, right out of the box, K100 with the button, I mean, it is such a solid button. I would highly recommend this. Any entry person that's looking to get into a mechanical mod, on a budget, try this setup. I mean, it's easy to roll. You get a stainless steel cable. I believe this one is either a 5/64 or 3/32 of an inch SS cable on it, and I can just see by how the air hole is lining up with it. I believe this is a 5/64 because it looks like even with the mesh rolled on it, it would probably fit through. So I would say, yeah, I think I have a 5/64 inch cable on this Cobra clone, and that one is 9/17, or whatever it is, 7/19, or not the 7/7 or 9/9. It's the one with the more fibers per wick. So that's what I have on this. So I know this is running a little bit long, but I know I'm just ranting. Didn't really prepare this video. I just looked at my YouTube channel and figured like I haven't made a video in a while, and thankful for all my subscribers. Hit 35 subscribers. That's amazing. I know people, other YouTube reviewers, they got like tens of thousands of YouTube subscribers, but 35, that's awesome. Thank you, everybody that subscribed. And I got like over 6,500 views total on my videos. Granted, a couple hundred of those are my own views, but but still over 6,500 views. I mean, that's an honor. People are watching my video. You like it, dislike it, you comment, you don't comment, you hate it, you love it, whatever it is. Thanks for watching. Finish it off with a last toke on this, and yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.